Chapter 5 Fundamental Rights Introduction. India was under the British rule for about 2 centuries. It got its independence on 15th August 1947. A constituent assembly was set up to frame our constitution. The president of Constituent Assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. It took about 3 years to prepare the draft of our constitution. Finally, our constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. Since then, we govern ourselves as per this constitution. According to this constitution, our country is a sovereign society, secular and democratic republic. Our constitution lays down certain goals before us. They are laid down in the preamble of our constitutions. Let me answer. How can we become good citizens? Can you tell us our main responsibility as a citizen? Goals. The preamble lays down democracy, socialism and secularism to be our main goals. Let us discuss them briefly. Democracy. Democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. In this form of government, the people rule themselves. They elect their representative to form a government. Socialism. India is a socialist state. Our constitution guarantees equal opportunities to all. In India, no one is discriminated on the ground of religion, caste or gender. The government tries to reduce economic inequalities among people and promote their economic development. Secularism. Secularism means a state having no religion of its own. India is a secular state. People are free to follow any religion of their choice. Other goals. Beside the above goals, our constitution also guarantees us the following: justice, social, economic and political; liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship; equality of status and opportunity and to promote them among all; and fraternity, assuring the dignity of individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. Let me answer. What are the rights and duties? Can you tell the difference between rights and duties? Fundamental rights. Certain rights are necessary to enjoy liberty and lead a better life. They are called our fundamental rights. These rights are necessary for the success of democracy. There are 6 fundamental rights. They are: 1. Right to equality; 2. Right to freedom; 3. Right against exploitation; 4. Cultural and educational rights; 5. Right to choose one's religion; 6. Right to constitutional remedies. These fundamental rights are definite. The government or anyone else cannot deprive us of these rights. If they are violated, we can go to the court to raise our voice. However, the government can impose restriction on some of these rights in democracy. Fundamental duties. There can be no rights without duties. These two are the two sides of a coin. For example, a person has the freedom to walk on the road, has also the duty to make sure that others are not obstructed. Do you know, Right to Information Act 2005 is a landmark legislation that empowers the Indian citizen to seek information from the government. Our constitution has listed certain fundamental duties for every citizen. They are 11 in number. They are: 1. Always respect the constitution, the national flag and the national anthem. 2. Cherish the noble ideals of our freedom struggle. 3. Defend our country and render the national services whenever and wherever necessary. 4. Uphold and protect the sovereignty, the unity and the integrity of our country. 5. Promote harmonious spirit of common brotherhood among all the people. 6. Preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. 7. Protect our environment. 8. Safeguard the public property. 9. Develop the scientific temper, abjure violence and humanism. 10. Provide opportunities for education of children between 6 to 14 years. 11. Strive towards excellence in all spheres. Fact Finder. The directive principles contained in the Indian Constitution are taken from the Irish Constitution. Ireland had, however, taken the ideas from the Constitution of Spain. Directive principles. Our constitution also lists certain guidelines for the governments. They are called directive principles. Some of them are as follows. People have proper living conditions. Children below 14 years of age get free and compulsory education. The interest of weaker sections like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and other backward castes should be protected. Ensure equal pay for equal work to both men and women. Children should be protected from exploitation. Steps should be taken to protect and improve the environment and safeguard forest and wildlife. These directive principles are not justiciable. We cannot go to court if they are violated, but a government cannot afford to ignore them because India is a welfare state. Research and analysis. Fundamental duties were taken from the Soviet Constitution, USSR, now called Russia. These duties remind the citizens while enjoying their rights that they have some duties to perform towards the country, society, and fellow citizens. Health and wellness. A doctor does his duties responsibly to keep people safe from diseases. Similarly, as a citizen, we need to fulfill our duties so that we can live in a happy and healthy environment. Life can become happier if rights and duties go hand in hand and become complementary to each other. Indian Heritage Connect. India is one country with a rich heritage of composite culture. According to the Indian Constitution, every citizen's fundamental duty is to value and preserve the rich heritage of our culture. Summary. Our constitution came into force on 26 January 1950. Our constitution lays down certain goals, rights and duties. Our main goals are democracy, socialism and secularism. Fundamental rights are the rights given to us for leading a better life. Our constitution lays down certain duties. They are called fundamental duties. The directive principles are the set of guidelines to be followed by our government. Art integration. Skit is a short informal performance intended to educate or inform. Take 5 to 10 players and select any one of the fundamental right, enact on the same. Exercises. Creative expression. Tell your story. Human Rights Day is celebrated annually around the world on 10 December every year. This day marks the importance of rights everybody is entitled to irrespective of caste, religion and language. Narrate your own story about how you would celebrate Human Rights Day this year. Cross-curricular connect. Critical thinking. Let's play a game. Word game. Make a group of 5. Give one word to the student. It can be as simple as people. Ask the group to make the word with the ending letters. Rule. Words related to government, rights, duties. For example, people, election. Logical decision making. Anuj is a bright student. He wants to be an animation artist, but his brother insists to become an engineer like him. His parents do not listen to him. What should he do now? If you were in Anuj's situation, what would you have done to fulfill your dreams? Let's practice. A. Write short answers for the following questions. 1. When did our constitution come into force? 2. Who guarantees equal opportunities to all? 3. Which body was formed to form the constitution? B. Write long answers for the given questions. 1. What are the directive principles? 2. How are fundamental rights different from fundamental duties? 3. State the important goals set before us by our constitution. C. Fill in the blanks. 1. Dash is the government of the people, by the people and for the people. 2. In India, elect their representatives. 3. Providing equal dash to all is the essence of socialism. 4. Human Rights Day is celebrated on dash. D. Multiple choice questions. 1. Which right is denied here in the picture? 1. Right to equality. 2. Right to freedom. 3. Right to choose one's religion. 2. Which fundamental duty is portrayed in the picture? 1. Respect the national flag, anthem and constitution of the country. 2. Preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. 3. Protect our environment. 3. 1. Preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. 2. Protect our environment. 3. Respect the country's national flag, anthem and constitution. E. Match the following. Column A. 1. Respecting the constitution. 2. Protecting interest of weaker sections. 3. Equal opportunity to all. 4. Right to Human Information Act. Column B. A. 2005. B. Secularism. C. Fundamental duty. D. Socialism. F. Take the correct option. 1. Our constitution came into force on dash 1. 26th January 1950 to 15th August 1947 to 2nd October 1891. 2. Who was the chairman of the drafting committee? 1. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. 2. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. 3. Mahatma Gandhi. 3. A state has no religion of its own is dash 1. Socialist. 2. Secular. 3. Sovereign. 4. According to fundamental duties, we should protect our dash 1. Government. 2. Environment. 3. House. Conceptual understanding. Read below the news article and answer the questions. Gonu and Sonu, aged 9 and 11 respectively, belonged to a remote village in the state of Jharkhand. They are forced to beg in the traffic signal. They always dream of meeting their parents. They live in a miserable situation. Which fundamental rights are violated in this story? What measures may be taken to save such children from exploitation? Writing skills. Fundamental rights are the right required to lead a better life. In the boxes below, write down your rights and your duties towards family, friend and the neighborhood, towards your family, towards your friend, towards your neighborhood. Rights, duties,